Ontario. Where that always messes me up. We're here this evening for our guests, and we're going to hear about Onpassive. If anybody has questions after our presentation, please raise your hand afterwards, and we've got a panel full of very intelligent people that can answer your questions. For our founders, please know that we've got our 9 o'clock, 9:15 founders only rapid fire questions and answers, or a roundtable, whatever happens. But this particular webinar is for our guests, so please save your founder questions until afterwards at the other webinar. This evening, we're here for our guests, and what I'm going to do is introduce our first speaker. He's been online for years and years and has had a lot of experience in the marketing sector. He's got so much knowledge. I sure wish I could pick his brain daily, but he's a busy man. This man has got the biggest heart, well, one of the biggest hearts in Onpassive. I think maybe it's the second one. He's very helpful. He puts his time and effort out there constantly, through thick and thin, for his family and his blood family, as well as for his Onpassive family. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Marty DeGarmo.
Thanks, Pam. Hello, everyone. Ron, Chris Johnson, Bill Must, Kevin, Dan, Mike. Welcome here tonight. We have 82 people here on a Thursday night. It's the 7th of October, so we're cranking right into the end of the year here. The reason you were invited here was to hear about a business that hopefully, I believe, you've never heard anything like it since you've been online. Now, that's a big statement, but I'm 61. I've been online since 2004, probably 60 or 70 hours a week. So if I haven't seen it, it probably isn't there. Anyway, I started, like I said, in 2004. I got online just like everyone else. You're looking to maybe find a way to make income. I knew that the money was there because I've seen people making it. I realized you work until you die unless you find a way to make money while you sleep. And the only way to do that is get into something global that's 24/7. It's not brain surgery, but that's what I was looking for online. Well, it was pretty elusive for many, many years. I first started by myself, and I couldn't tell you what business it was, but I got in it. I did everything I was supposed to do. Pretty good student. I got in when I was 42 years old. I still had a little bit of brain cells left, so I did everything I was told. And I managed to, probably 7th year into it, break even. Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't get into break even, right? I was doing that before I started. So what I was missing was driving traffic or getting visitors to go where I need them to go, whatever it was, whether it was an affiliate program, an email marketing program, just whatever it was. You have to be able to drive fresh, targeted traffic to win. That's the bottom line. Usually when you hear this, your why isn't big enough, or you need to listen to this tape or read this book. Translated means you need to learn how to drive traffic. They're just not saying that to you, but that's the bottom line. If you can't drive traffic, you can't win. Now, on top of that, you got the little bitty things that you don't realize you need. One is, do you have a website? Well, most affiliate programs give you a website, and they're exactly the same as all the other 20,000 people in the business. Identical, no difference, no nothing. So you get this website, you look at it, you say, wow, that makes me proud, right? That makes me look good. Once again, though, you throw that website out in the space of online and nobody sees it. Why? There's nobody telling them to go there. everyone has to be directed where to go, or at least when they ask, automatically it shows your site, which is SEO, which is another beast that you don't know, you wish you knew. Well, needless to say, this went on about 10 years. I didn't give up. I learned little things as I went, but I realized I got to learn how to drive traffic. Thank God I ran into Mike Ellis here and right after Dan Street. And the skills that went bye-bye to me a long time ago, or I never had them, Mike Ellis had. And the one that Mike Ellis didn't have, Dan Street did. So between the three of us, what I couldn't do, they could, and what they couldn't do, I could. So it turned out perfect, absolutely perfect. If I wrote you a letter, you would think Fred Flintstone wrote it. But if I wrote you to Dan and have him redo it, it's beautiful. But if I can talk, I can say it. But if I have to write it, no, I failed that grade. I mean, I need to tell you that personally. But the point is, we got together and we learned how to drive traffic. And we thought, wow, we found the key. We got in business and drove traffic. We built teams of thousands. And I thought, well, this is it. We've got it. And we started making a little bit of money. So well, it's even better yet. Guess what happened? If you have any kind of heart at all or care about your fellow man, you start to realize at that point now you can't bring anybody with you. And for me, it hurt in the beginning, but as time went on, you're like, wait a minute, I'm talking to these people every day. And a business is people. It's not a product, it's not a bottle, it's not a juice. Business is people. So I have to look them in the face, yeah, I'm gonna help you. And I started to realize I was lying. Maybe not on purpose, but the fact was I couldn't help them. Why? Because I'm meeting Marty or Mike Ellis or Kevin Rutledge the day or second day after they started. They have no skills either. So I said, well, I'll just duplicate what you did. I can't. I tried. You might be able to help 5 or 6 people. 5 or 6 people that got to where you're at, you are now 100 error. I don't know if you know what that is, but nobody brags about it. You're not going to make a lot of money. In fact, any little blip, you lose money. And in a lot of businesses, they raise the bar every couple of months. You start to do better, they bring up your criteria. You have to buy more beauty soap or whatever it is, you have to raise it. I'm like, my gosh, now how does anybody make it? And I realized they don't. It's not brain surgery. 97, 98% do not make a dime. And that's not my figures. It's everywhere. It's rampant. That's why when you go to somebody and you say, hey, Fred, I got something I want you to look at, and they run as fast as they can because they're afraid they're going to get ripped off. I know what it's like. I've had it happen. I've done it. Finally, about 2.5 years ago, I was thinking very seriously of maybe I'm just going to stay a broke dude, be happy with what I have and move on. Was really never settled for that. I didn't want to stop. I probably would have never stopped. But thank God I ran into this business through a couple gentlemen that I knew that I trusted. Real big deal online if you find somebody you trust. So I asked them what they were doing. They told me. And the bar is really low, right? What am I looking for? Can everybody do it? Yes. Is there a limit on how much you can make? No. Do you have to recruit? Do you have to recruit? No. Is there an auto ship? Absolutely not. There's not an auto ship. I don't have to recruit. Yes, it's 100% automated. The company does everything for you. I'm like, I think I was speechless, which is hard to believe for most people that know me. Speechless is not a problem. Okay. So I said, okay. So I signed up. I paid whatever it was, which you're going to hear about in a minute. And I went back to Mike and Dan and told them what was up. And we might have seen it in the past, but really weren't concentrating on it. And next thing you know, boom, we're all 3 in. And 2.5 years later, and we're getting towards the end of this journey that was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life online, bar none. Built a nice team, got to meet people all over the world. And we're in something that when Mike Ellis is done explaining it to you, you will realize, like I do, there's nothing like it. It's second to none. What I want to do is introduce Mike. Mike Ellis is the one that, my opinion and many people's opinion, put this company on the map. It would have done it anyway, but not on steroids like it did when he started doing videos. We didn't realize how big until we started looking around too and realized, holy cow, his videos are everywhere. But it helped a lot of people understand the business. We work together to understand the business, but I don't want to ruin it because I will. That's what I do. I'm going to turn it over to Mike Ellis. He's going to explain this business to you in about 23 minutes. When he's done, and your jaw's on the floor, push it back up, and we'll tell you how you can get signed up if you want. If it's a little bit too much to swallow tonight, send me an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com. I will send you a copy of this webinar. But until then, I'm going to turn it over to Mike Ellis. Mike, be gentle, man. Thank you. That's all I got.
No, thanks, Marty. Thanks for the introduction. I'm going to start this a little differently than we normally do. Chris, come on back on screen. Chris. Can you tell when someone raises their hand, Chris?
Yes, and the attendees, yes, I can.
Okay, just stay there just for a second.
Okay.
The way I'd like to start the meeting today is those individuals that are new to Onpassive, you're just exploring Onpassive, you haven't joined Onpassive. What I want you to do is I want you to go down and I want you to click the raise hand. And the reason I'm asking that, I like to know who I'm talking to. And if we have new people here, obviously this is going to be directed right at you. So if you could, and we're not going to call on you, we're not going to embarrass you. If you're new to Onpassive, you're just hearing about Onpassive, if you would go down and click the hand. And then we all know who we're talking to. I'll give you about 10 seconds. Two so far, Chris?
Yes, sir. 2 so far, Mike.
Okay, that's terrific. That's absolutely terrific. You know, as I give this presentation, I really don't care about the number, whether it's 100 new people or it's 2 or 3 or 4. But this presentation is specifically for you. There are a lot of founders at this meeting. This is not for them. This is for you. And really what we're going to be talking about is how do you develop wealth? How do you build wealth and get to that place where you just don't worry about finances? And what we're going to share with you today is going to give you a way forward to not only build an income, but build a residual income and over time build wealth. How are we doing, Chris? How many? Okay, that's perfect. I don't need any more than that. That's fine. And I'm going to start with the company of Onpassive. It's really, really important to understand the company of Onpassive. And then I'm going to explain to you what this company will do for you and me. Very, very powerful stuff. Onpassive has been in the development for 2.5, 3 years. Today, it is a done deal. It is the real thing. And we are in the process of going into the global launch. Onpassive is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. These are digital products online. And the products that Onpassive has developed, they are superior at a lower price point. Now, the individual who had the vision of Onpassive is Ash Mufareh. And Ash really is a visionary. He's the brain trust behind everything in Onpassive. And when he got his tech team together, and there's about 200 technicians in Hyderabad, India, that build the products of Onpassive, these people are just absolutely brilliant. And all the products of Onpassive, they're built superior at a lower price point. And I'll get to that in just a second. The products are a wide range of products. They range anywhere from an automated marketing platform, all the tools we use to market online, to an educational platform that teachers can use, to a HR platform, human resources platform, and on and on and on to a webinar platform, to traffic, all kinds of products. Onpassive today is over 50 products and growing all the time. Ash and his team are always developing new products in niches that they think they'll do very, very well in. So as we look at Onpassive, they are a brick and mortar company. It is primarily a customer-based company, even though we have the privilege to come in and participate with Onpassive. And as we think about Ash and what he's doing, those individuals, myself and hopefully you, that have come in and participated with Onpassive, One of Ash's goal as he developed Onpassive was to share the wealth. And if you look at companies throughout the world, very large companies, the CEOs of that company, they don't share the wealth very often. They want to keep the wealth for themselves. And maybe they share 10, 15, 20%. That's not Ash Mufareh. Ash Mufareh, as he came into Onpassive, started to develop Onpassive, one of his main goals was to give people the ability to build wealth online. And by doing that, he had to share the wealth. And Ash is sharing the majority of the wealth that will be coming into Onpassive with those individuals that are participating with Onpassive. So this is basically Onpassive, AI IT company, brick and mortar, IT tools, over 50 of them. And we are worldwide in over 200 countries today. And as we go into the global launch, there will be an explosion. Why? I want to take one product and just give you an idea of the volume that's going to be coming in, because it's going to affect you personally as you come in and participate with Onpassive. And the product that I want to talk about is the webinar product. And I've had the pleasure to listen to some of the technicians that have come in and are participating with Onpassive, and listen to them talk about the webinar service that Ash has developed and will be releasing as we go into the global launch. And these individuals, they've never seen anything like this. And the way Ash and his team have developed this and structured it, there are things in the webinar service that no other company has ever done. And when you look at Zoom, which we're on right now, or some of the other webinar platforms, the technology that they're using is very old technology. And when we look at Onpassive coming out with brand new cutting edge technology, best of the best, lower price point, tremendous value, these technicians have said flat out, they believe that when Onpassive comes out just with this one product, they will take 90% of the market, okay? Now, to give you an idea how big that is, if we look at Zoom, the amount of revenue they did the last 12 months is $139 billion, okay? That's a massive, massive market. When Onpassive launches with this one niche, and we take 90% of that, probably about $100 billion is going to be coming into Onpassive. And we know that Ash is going to share the majority of the wealth. I think it's going to be around 55, 60, 65% with those individuals participating with Onpassive. One product. Toward the end of the presentation, I'll talk about a grouping of 4 products. It'll just blow you away. But this shows you the kind of wealth that Onpassive is going to be bringing in day one, week one, month one, year one. It is going to be unprecedented. And because of that, Onpassive will be a unicorn company as they launch to the world, their global launch to the world day one. That's something that's unprecedented. That's never been done before. But because of Ash Mufareh's planning, because of what he's done, because of the way he's structured it, it's already a done deal. Onpassive will be a multi-billion-dollar company day one of the global launch. What does that do for you and I? Puts us in a really, really good place because, again, Ash is sharing that wealth. So as we look at Onpassive, that'll just give you a brief understanding of what Onpassive is. What are they going to do for you? Okay. And in the end, right now, that's all that matters. What is Onpassive going to do for you so that you can come in and develop wealth? This is truly genius what Ash has done. And again, it's never been done in the history of business, in the history of the world, what Ash and his team have done for you and I, those individuals that are participating with Onpassive. As you come into Onpassive and we go into the global launch, Onpassive is going to go to work for you. Now, there are some fees in Onpassive. I'll get to that in just a second. But as we come in, pay the fees, Onpassive is going to go to work for you. And what they're going to do is they're going to build a marketing platform for you, okay? They're going to hook it up to AI, artificial intelligence. That makes it 100% automated, okay? This business is totally 100% automated. I didn't say it was 100% passive. I said it was 100% automated. Onpassive is going to hook it up to AI. They're going to go back into their toolbox. They're going to start driving traffic. Marty talked about that early on. They're going to start bringing customers in, getting good qualified eyes in front of the Onpassive products. As customers come in and buy, those customers will land under each and every one of us, and that's how we get paid. Onpassive is going to do all of this. They're going to bring in the customer. They're going to make the sale. They're going to manage the customer. We don't have to do anything. But again, it's not passive. You still have to go in your back office and take your money out. Okay. That's one thing you have to do. And as you learn more about Onpassive, there are going to be things you want to do. You don't have to, but there are going to be things you want to do. So Onpassive, really, really extraordinary what they're doing for you and I. Not an automated platform, but a marketing platform, AI, customers, managing the whole thing. And we get paid a lot like a commission salesperson. A commission salesperson goes out there, makes a sale, $100, gets 10% commission, would make $10. And a certain percentage of the customers coming into Onpassive will land under you. That is how we get paid. That's why when you start thinking about the volume of Onpassive with the one product, the Zoom product, it's really, really important to understand that and get a good feeling of what's going to be happening in the first weeks and months and years of Onpassive. It's going to be absolutely unprecedented. So as we look at Onpassive and we come in and we start to participate with Onpassive, again, Onpassive is primarily customer-based business. But as we come in, we will pay once, we will never have to go out of pocket again, okay? Now, that is absolutely unheard of. And when I heard that, it was so refreshing because if you look at other companies, and I've been in quite a few of them, you go into those companies and you pay month after month after month after month after month. That is not Onpassive. And normally people will end up quitting because they just can't pay anymore because there's no revenue coming in. Again, that is not Onpassive. So you will come in, you will pay once, and there is a monthly fee with Onpassive, and that fee is paid one time, and then the additional payments, the preceding payments, are paid from the profits of Onpassive. Ash Mufareh is so confident that all of us are going to start making money day one that he's assured us we will not have to pay that second month payment. That's how big he believes this is. And believe me, he's done the research. He's had his tech team and his traffic sources run the numbers for him. It's just astronomical. So as we look at Onpassive, you'll pay once. There are two fees. I'll get to those in just a sec. You'll pay them once. You'll never have to go out of pocket again. And then the next thing at Ash guarantees everybody. They guarantee that everybody will be successful. And it's simply because of the way he's put together the company, the way it's structured, the way the numbers work for you and I, and the amount of wealth that will be coming into Onpassive. You add that with customers and volume, it's just an unbeatable deal. And because of Ash Mufareh, because of what he's done, and because of what the founders have done, those individuals that are participating with Onpassive, we know that the first year Onpassive comes out, and this has been predicted by many, many different people, from the traffic people to the technicians to all kinds of people. But we believe at a minimum, there'll be 100 million customers coming into Onpassive the first year, okay? Now, let me bring in 4 products just very, very quickly to give you an idea of the sheer volume that's going to be coming into Onpassive. And when I saw these numbers, I had to double check them because they're so large. And again, this is with 4 products. If I take 4 products, and those products are O Academy, which is the educational platform, O Staff, which is the HR platform, human resources platform. If I take O Connect, which is the Zoom, and then I take O Traffic, just those 4 products of Onpassive. The companies that are servicing those niches today generate $483 billion worth of revenue with those 4 products. Again, Onpassive has over 50. I believe as we go into the global launch that first year, Onpassive will take 15, 20, 25, 30, maybe more than that. Again, if we look at OConnect, the webinar platform, the technicians think we're going to take 90% of that market. So, 15, 20, 25% of 4 products, and the market is $483 billion. It's a massive amount of money, guys. This is what is so unique with Onpassive. All the groundwork has been done. The product's absolutely superior. And what Ash has done, he's brought them in at a price that is so low and gives so much value. You're getting a superior product at such a tremendous value, lower price point, less cost. As we're thinking about Onpassive launching to the world, it's going to be extraordinary. and you want to be there to take advantage of everything on passive. You want to be there to share in that wealth. So how do we all come in and participate with Onpassive? To start with, there's a position, it's called the founder position. Those people that are participating with Onpassive right now, they are founding members of Onpassive. It is a $97 position. You come in, you pay the $97. It locks you into the company. It locks you into the pay structure. It's a really, really big deal, not only to be locked into the company, but to the pay structure. And as we look at what Onpassive is doing and the amount of people coming in and joining, as you come in and other people join, it benefits you in many, many, many different ways. And as you come into Onpassive, you can explore that. You're going to get very, very excited about what Onpassive is going to be doing for you. So the $97, again, you'll pay it once. You'll never have to go out of pocket again. As we go into the global launch of Onpassive, we all have to come in and become customers first. That fee will be between $200 and $300. I think it'll be right around $250, but it could be $250, $300, could be less, could be more. I don't know. Ash hasn't shared that with us yet. But we all come in as customers. We get all the products of Onpassive. We go into the back office. We click a button. We become independent resellers of the IT product. Why did I go through that? It's really, really important to understand as we come in and we buy the products of Onpassive. That's what that $250 is for. Onpassive is going to use those products to develop the marketing platform, hook it up to AI, drive customers, bring customers in, and put them underneath you. Okay. So it's really important that we come in first as a customer, and then we click the independent reseller of the IT product in the back office. And now Onpassive can pay us. We have to have that title for Onpassive to pay us, and that has to do with the regulators. So as we go into the global launch, that's what's going to happen. 2 payments. You'll pay each of those payments. You'll pay them one time. You'll never have to go out of pocket again, because as we move forward into the global launch, those payments, and again, the payment for the products, it is a monthly fee. But again, the monthly fee in the preceding months will be paid from the profits of Onpassive. As you're looking at Onpassive is a massive company right now, guys. Again, we're in over 200 countries. We'll launch as a multi-billion-dollar company. It is massive. But this will give you an understanding of what Onpassive is, brick and mortar, what it does, and what it's going to do for you. And for me, especially for the new people, that's all that's important. Yeah, you want to make sure the company is terrific. It's going to have great longevity. You're going to be able to build wealth online. Onpassive is that. But what they're going to do for you, that's really, really important. And again, Marty and I, Dan, the people on this panel, we've never seen this before. I've been doing this as long as Marty has, and I have never seen any company like Onpassive, what Ash has set up and what he's done for us. And the heart of Onpassive, you can tell the heart because of the amount of money he's sharing with those individuals participating with Onpassive. I would recommend you come in, become a founding member, pay the $97, and then plug in. October this month is a very, very special month. There are things I can't tell you about right now because this is an open forum. But as you come in and become a founding member, you're going to find out things that are happening now that are going to get you very, very excited about your bottom line. Not mine, not Marty's, not anybody else on this, not Dan, but your bottom line. Onpassive was made that everybody that comes online and participates with Onpassive will succeed. And over time, build wealth and be in that position to where you can leave a legacy to your family, your kids, that type of thing. And perhaps live the lifestyle you've only dreamt about up to now. So this is Onpassive. I've just given you a brief description. The people on this panel, they'll have more for you. The new individuals that are here, there were 3 or 4 of you. Don't be shy. If you have questions, go ahead and ask them now. The panelists on this group right now, they know Onpassive inside and out. There's not a question you can't answer. So don't be embarrassed. There are no stupid questions. Believe me, when I came in, I had some whoppers. But if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. And if you're too shy, get back with the individual that invited you here and ask them questions. Believe me, as you come in and continue to explore Onpassive, you're going to get excited about your life because it's about to change in major, major ways. And those financial woes that we all worry about, they're going to disappear, and they're going to disappear in a hurry. So that's it for today. Marty, I'll turn it back over to you. And or Chris, I'll turn it over to Chris, and we'll go from there. Go ahead, Chris.
okay. Michael, Mr. Mike, excuse me. I know you're a humble guy and you don't like the praises, but I think you're great. So I think everyone does too. And I know you can't stand that, but I love you to death, man.
Everybody on this panel was great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Including you, Chris.
Absolutely. What Michael just shared with you was something, I'm a year into this, and every time I hear him do a presentation, I get excited. And that's kind of what Onpassive is going to do for you. They talk about the driving the traffic. And I'm Chris Johnson, by the way, from Michigan. That driving traffic is something that was new to me when I first came into here, and I totally did not understand what it meant. I actually did a little study and a little investigating and thought, wow, it's tough to do if you don't have a clue. And then Onpassive makes it look very easy. It's kind of like a 20-lane freeway or highway open up right to your front door. That's that direct traffic. And it's truly amazing company. So the 3 guests, I think there was 3 guests on here. Check it out. What Mike just said is phenomenal. Like I said, I am not tech savvy at all. Everyone knows that. And when I got into this, and I'm retired, but man, I could have swapped 30 years of the hard labor I did for 30 years for 2 to 3 years. And that's what I want for you. I don't want you to do that 30, 40 years of hard labor or sitting behind a desk. Check this out, get into it, and let it change your mind. I will throw it back over to Dan Street now.
Hey, thanks, Chris. Great job, Mike. Hey, I'd like to share just a few takeaways for the new people here. Just a few takeaways from Mike's presentation. We as founders, we believe in this company, and we believe in this fully automated process that's Onpassive. I mean, we believe that this company is going to build your business for you through an automated process. And over the past few years, we've seen nothing but progress with this company. We've witnessed the growth of this company, and it's increased. The value of this company has increased unlike anything we've ever seen, ever. And we can hardly wait for this Onpassive to launch to the world. And Mike mentioned some of our unique products that have never been seen online. The Onpassive portfolio of products will disrupt many of the companies and industries he showed in his presentation. I mean, I believe they'll not only disrupt them, but we could put them out of business. So just keep these things in mind, you new people, that we've got a company that's going to drive targeted traffic to your site to increase your customer base so you can earn commissions over and over again. And we have an AI software that is going to follow up with your visitors. It's going to answer their questions. It's going to close the sale for you. It's going to do this through all that automated process that Mike was talking about. And that's 100% done for you. So if that doesn't excite you as far as an online business goes, then I don't know what will. So we recommend you plug down $97 and give it a shot. And we'd love to have you. And we think it's worth it. So I will turn it over to, who am I going to? Kevin Rutledge. Kevin, share some wisdom.
Thank you, Dan. My name's Kevin Rutledge, and I'm from Illinois. I turned 60 last June, and I retired a little bit early from carpentry for about 27 years. And I got online about 13 years ago, and I consider myself very fortunate to run into a gentleman who at that time, I think had just gotten online, but he'd been offline about 10 years. And but anyway, he was doing it right. He was honest, ethical, had lots of experience, and he taught me something that I call relationship marketing. And it's a process of getting to know, like, and trust someone over time. And that's the biggest problem with it, is it takes time. And that's he's the reason I'm here. And the email that he sent me that introduced me to Onpassive mentioned automation, and that's what caught my eye. Now, when I first heard about Onpassive, I wasn't in the best shape because I'd been part of that 97%, and I thought I fared pretty well, but I knew others that didn't, and so the automation was really appealing to me. And but the more I found out about this company, I fell in love with it, and there's several reasons to do that, but I found a place where I could be myself. Okay, and I watched other people, and they could be themselves, and they could grow, and that's what this company does. It allows you to be you. You've heard that we're honest and ethical. We've gone to great measures to make sure that we're above board, and we want everybody to know that's how we're playing the game. And you're welcome to join us if you have your own business. Have an excellent platform that you'll be welcome on. But we're looking, for honest and ethical, and we like to call ourselves the correction to the corruption. And I believe that's exactly what we are. And we're much more than just a company. And if you're looking for someplace, you're like, my buddy Mike over there says, if you're looking for a way to get ahead, a way to get forward, okay? This is something you can be proud of. I've had businesses I felt really good about. I went out there and I shared them with my friends and my family. They didn't turn out to be what I thought they were going to be. It makes things awkward at Christmas. But here's something you can be proud of, okay? Onpassive is going to do great things. It's going to do great things for a lot of people. And you get to be one of them. You're invited to be one of them tonight. This is not something that you're used to. I know that. We're not used to it yet either, because it's totally different. And I invite you to come in and take a look. It'll be well worth your time. I know you'll be glad you did. I know everybody I'm looking at is glad they did. And I can't thank Alan enough. He has no idea what he did for me. But I couldn't be happier to be here. And I invite you to join us. I know you'll be welcomed. And Pam, Marty, I don't know where we're going, but it's all
I don't see any questions in the chat. If any guests have any questions, please be sure to raise your hand now. We've got the experts right here to answer. And in the meantime, thank you very much, all of you gentlemen. We do have someone here. Gary, I'm going to bring you to the panel. You're going to see a little glitch in your screen, and then you'll be promoted to the panel and we'll get your question. Hi,
Good
Gary,
evening.
go ahead.
Good evening. My question is, since you really don't have to bring people, do you benefit if you do bring people?
Who wants to take that?
I'll steal it from Mike. What you do is you shorten your time. I was going to steal it and I messed it up. You get to where you want to be quicker. That's the bottom line. You shorten your time frame. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't have to share if you don't want to. We don't get paid to recruit.
Okay.
But we tell people for a couple of reasons. This thing is unbelievable. Okay?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Okay. It needs to be shared. Okay.
That's true.
But we have people in here who can't share. Okay. Okay. So it's not mandatory. But yeah, when you share, you'll just speed up the process. That's all you do.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Gary, there are some big benefits to those individuals that can build a team. There just is. But the nice thing about Onpassive, it doesn't matter if you're a big builder or if you're not. Eventually, everybody will get to that place where they just don't worry about finances. And for me, that's the important part. But if you are a builder and you can bring in 3 or 5 or 10, it makes a big difference because it will cut those timeframes and get you to that place of financial independence quicker. So yeah, it does make a difference, but it's not necessary.
Okay, all right. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
What I found, Gary, I want to add a little bit is in the 2.5 years that I've been in, people come in with one idea, and within a very short amount of time, that idea changes. Well, they come in and say, I don't want to share, I don't do that, I
Right,
don't
right.
want to do it. And that's okay. But
Right,
as that light bulb goes off and they really realize what they're in and that they could leverage their time by sharing it, plus your cousin Bob, he loves
Yeah.
you now, he's gonna love you a long time afterwards, right? So
Yeah.
people wind up sharing because they can't help themselves. I've seen
Right,
people
right.
flat right out tell me, Gary, hey, look, I'm in, but I'm done. And they've
Right.
got 50 people on their team. I don't know what happened, but they talked to
Right.
somebody. So
Right.
the nice thing is, like Mike and Kevin said, you don't have to.
Mhm.
That's the beauty of it. But
Hey,
you will,
I'll add
Gary,
one
you
more
will.
thing to that. I'll add one more thing to that, Marty. One of the things that we're seeing after being in this business for 2.5 years, Gary, is that we're seeing people that do want to share this business with other people, their friends and their family, and then their friends and their family want to share it with everybody. And they get real excited about it. And then the more they learn about Onpassive and the vision of Ashmufara, we're seeing leaders. We're seeing leaders that are just coming out of the woodwork worldwide. And they are sharing this, and not only sharing it, but developing platforms in order to develop big groups and share it and doing webinars. And we're seeing leaders being developed. And that is very, very exciting. And I'll tell you, in all my years in this business, in network marketing and everything, I've never seen leaders being developed as I have with Onpassive. So that's exciting. You're muted, Gary.
Do we have any idea when the launch might be?
Yes.
Okay.
Projected sometime this year, but we don't know for sure. There's no
Oh,
date.
sometime this year. Okay.
Maybe.
I believe so.
And Gary, that's one of the things that October's a really, really big month, and Ashmufara is going to be sharing things with the founding members. It's not stuff we can share on an open forum, Gary.
Okay.
There are things I just can't. I want to,
That's fine.
but I
That's
just
fine.
can't. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
Now I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah, for $97, you can find out, Gary. No,
Oh,
I love for you to join us. We have groups everywhere. There's webinars in every language, every country. We're in over 212 countries now. So
Wow.
there's almost a million founders right now. So this is not some,
Yeah.
kick in the pan. This is huge. Absolutely
Yeah,
huge.
I was told. Yeah. I'm excited. Thank you very much.
Okay, next we have Tanya Williams had her hand up. Tanya, are you a founder?
Wow, I was trying to avoid this, but yes, I'm a founder.
Okay,
I'm so happy. Let me finish. I'm so happy.
Okay.
I'm joining this. I know this is not my forum. I'm a founder. I'm supposed to be on the other forum, but I've never been on any of these Zoom calls. So I'm like newbie slash founder, and I have learned so much. Listen to this. And one thing
Tanya,
that I just learned. Sorry, go ahead.
this is for the guests. It's a platform for
I know
them
that
at this
I
point. If
understand.
you want to
Pam,
come back at our 9 o'clock for the founders only, and
Pam,
that's
Yes,
go
when you
ahead.
I
can-
will
Pam,
come
go ahead
back.
and let her finish. She's
Oh,
new.
okay, sure.
Let her finish her statement, and then we'll go to the next.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead,
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Tanya.
thank you so much. Thank
Right.
you so much. I am so proud to be a part of this thing. And one thing I learned, because I've been in MLM, marketing, and one of the things I had a problem with, or I have a problem with, is the language barrier. And being on this Zoom call, I'm happy I'm on this Zoom call, because I just learned that, guess what? You guys have this thing in different languages. So shooks, I can try find out how I could tell other people who speak different language than I do about this awesome opportunity. So although I understand that as a founder, this is not really my forum, I learned a lot tonight, and I'm happy that I was a part of this forum.
Yeah,
I'm happy that,
we're glad
and
you
I'm
were
even,
here.
even
We're
happy that
glad
I'm
you
part
learned
of.
a lot. Come on
Yeah,
over
I'm
to the
even
next
happy that.
meeting that we have after
Yeah,
this one. You're
man,
gonna
I
learn
gonna be
even
there.
more.
I gonna be there. I gonna be there. I'm in Turks and
Perfect.
Caicos Islands, and I gonna be there. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Tanya. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Gary, thanks, hon. Gary, you're next. You want to unmute your mic, please?
Gary went already, Pam. I think it's Wilfred. Wilfred, you want to unmute
Oh, I'm
yourself?
sorry. Yeah, thank you.
Wilfred, if you go down to the bottom left, there's a microphone. Just hit unmute. All right, Wilfred, we'll come back to you. Let's go to Claire. Claire, you want to unmute yourself, please?
Claire, you look like you're at work, Claire.
So she's got a bunch of people there.
Yeah, she's got people with her. She's pushing all kinds of buttons. Ain't happening yet.
Claire, out to your bottom of your left, if it's, I don't know if you're on your phone or a laptop, you'll see a microphone. I'll send you a unmute yourself. How's that? Try that.
Claire looks like she's in a business, or he's in a business that I used to be in.
Claire, if you'd like to type your, if you can't get it on, if you want to type your question in the chat, we can get you there also.
She's got 30 of her colleagues listening to all of us.
I see that.
Looks like they're hiding in a closet.
No. Poor Claire. It's frustrating when you're trying and it's not working out for you.
Lower left unmute button, Claire.
Yeah. I'm gonna send her another unmute, ask to unmute again. Let's see what happens. No.
No.
You don't see a small microphone, Claire? It looks like a microphone with a bar through it. You click that bar go away and you'll be on the happy time. Oh, well, do you see the chat area? You can write your question there. We'll answer it if you want. Okay.
Okay. And Wilfred, what about you in the meantime? Do you want to unmute your mic if you can hear us?
Hey, Pam, let me say a couple of things just real quickly to those founders that are here. We had a lot of founders here. If you'll take this presentation and put it in front of your warm market, people that you know, if they listen to this presentation and all the panelists that are here, they're going to come in and they're going to get in on passive. Onpassive is the only way I've seen for the average individual like me to come on and actually build wealth online. So a lot of what we're doing here is recorded. Get the recording from Marty and then share this with people. When people see this recording, all the people that are here, they're just in. I see this every single day. When people actually understand what Onpassive is, they're just in. I haven't had a no for 2 years. Okay. That's how powerful Onpassive is. So take this Zoom, this webinar, and share it. You didn't bring people to this one. Go ahead and share it. Take it to them. Let them look at it, and you'll get really good results. Okay, Pam, go ahead. That was just real quick.
No, that was perfect, Mike. Thank you. And that's a really good idea. Absolutely. Oops. Yeah, we don't see any more hands raised. I've been watching for Claire's question in the chat and I don't see anything there.
Hey, Claire, I put my email in the chat area. If you write me there, you can ask any question you want. Also, you can get a copy of this webinar, but it's on passivenation@gmail.com. I just put it in the chat. The chat's at the bottom of the screen. If you click it, you'll see it. So I hope that helps. I know it's frustrating not be able to talk.
Hey, we've got one individual here that hasn't said anything yet. Ron, come on and introduce yourself and give us a little wisdom.
All right. Well, thanks, Mike. I've been in this since December of 2020. I was introduced to it by a friend of mine in another business. And it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm a retired police officer. I spent about 18 and a half years as law enforcement. And it was 18 and a half years of negativity. Nobody ever calls 911 to come and have coffee with them. So this is a pleasure. Everybody that I have met on this, Onpassive is just positive. Okay, they're enjoying themselves, and we're looking forward to the future. And I look forward to sharing it with everybody I can and working alongside you guys to bring this to the world.
Thank you, Ron. It's always a pleasure to have you here too, especially because it's a treat tonight. You're not normally here. Again, I think that there's no questions in the chat. I don't see anything from Claire, so hopefully she'll send.
Hey, Pam.
Yes.
Marty snuck me in.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's good. When you were hiding over there when I had it on speaker view.
She's got one question.
What is it? Go ahead, Chris. What is it?
Greetings from P&G. Very sorry. Our question is, will there be webinars after the hard launch? And I would say yes.
I sure hope so.
Claire, next time just call me. We love P&G. You know that.
There'll be a webinar somewhere.
Can't imagine no webinars. Can you imagine that? That'd be crazy.
I can guarantee this same group will get together and do webinars. They'll be a little different, but they'll still be powerful.
That's right. We'll be telling everybody what we did all day.
Yeah,
We'll all have that Apple look on our face.
That's right. Blessing here and blessing there, and look at my new shoes.
Claire, you can get with, I know you know David Baku. If you want to get with David Baku, he will answer all your questions. I know you have to know him over there.
Yes.
And Wilfrey, I tried again, no response.
I'm just saying good night.
Well, I think it's a good night time for sure. Thank you all so very much for all your powerful words of wisdom. And thank you all to our guests and founders that were here this evening. Please be sure, founders, to jump on at probably go about 9:15 to the founders only webinar. And then any guests, please don't forget on Saturday, we have the corporate guest webinar at 2 o'clock. No, 11 o'clock, I'm sorry, 11 o'clock in the morning. So please get with the person that brought you here. If you want to see the webinar again, get a little few more questions answered in your mind, we're happy to help. Yes, Chris?
We have one lady, Rachel Alexis. I'm not sure if she's a founder. You want to bring her in real quick, see if she's got a question?
Sure, I can do that. I'm coming to get you, Rachel. There you go.
I'm the transporter.
Only one of you guys do it or we'll get stuck.
Okay, I'm trying one more time.
Oh, she's on.
Okay. There we go. Rachel, you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, hon?
Sorry, this is by accident. I was actually doing something. I'm sorry. I don't have any question. I'll go into the other webinar. because I'm a founder. I'm so sorry.
Some of the greatest things are accidents. Don't be sorry for that.
Alrighty.
Now
I
you can
was-
say goodnight to everybody, Rachel.
Yeah,
Okay,
Just
good
wanted to go
night.
for a ride in a transporter.
I was born in an accident.
Chris,
Guys,
what's the question, Chris? Go ahead.
One more question. Can my son join our company using one email, please, leaders? Each founder has their own unique email. So every email has to be, Mike's got an email, I got an email, Marty's got an email. It's all got to be unique emails. So yes, you could bring them in with a different email.
Somebody's asking also, how do they get to the founders webinar? Chris, have you posted it in the Leadership Council?
Yes, it's in the back office under leadership and webinars.
Under both. Okay, so that's for Pastor Tony.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, I think we got them all, guys.
I think we've done it. Another good evening. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night, everyone, for showing up. We
Good
appreciate it.
night. Good night, all.
Good night.
No.
See y'all later.